J Moore, the very best reviews. Tell them none can contest, we gon'
What's good, everybody? Welcome to the show. We gonna break down BMF season 2, episode 3. This is my first reaction live, and damn, that was a good episode. They starting off season 2 BMF fire. I like this episode. It seemed like Lamar done got them gators on, and he on the prowl. And he came through throwing slugs in the air. Coach Cop, he wasn't about to give a damn, was he? He about to let Meech die out on the street. So it's a lot going on. It took his partner, who like cooking herself a little bit of, shrimp fried arm on the side that she liked to make. It took her telling them, let's get him to the hospital. Otherwise, Coach Cop, he was about to let that helmet on his head get the best of him. And he wasn't going to take Meech to the hospital. He was going to just let him die. Like, as soon as Lamar shot at Meech, they didn't even follow Lamar. They go to Meech. They should have followed Lamar, but whatever. It was good. It was interesting episode. I liked it. I liked the camera angles, a couple different things they did. Like when he was in the crack house looking for, Big Willie Lump Lump. They had the camera angle with the camera right in front of him, looking at him with the gun, searching. That was kind of cool, little angle, kind of gave me like a military type feel. We saw she talking about some singing lullaby. I know that song. Turned out that was his babysitter when he was a kid. Now she a crackhead. Give me that rock, I'll suck your thing. You can come get some of this coochie. Come get some of this coochie. Ugh. That's like jumping in quicksand. That's dick sand. I ain't jumping in dick sand. I'm good. Ugh. Woo! Before I go ahead and finish breaking it down, give a shout out to a few of y'all for coming on through. I appreciate y'all for definitely coming through for this first reaction early, giving it, 1 a.m. So definitely appreciate everybody for coming on through. As you know, I go ahead and break it on down. A couple other things about this episode. First thing come to mind. Why she telling Snoop, Pastor Swift, that she ain't intimate with her husband and he got the dirty magazine and all? Like, come on, man. Yeah, she started feeling the way because Charles was grooving. He was plucking them strings with his little duet partner. Let's duet. He was ready to duet. He was looking like Dewey Cox over there. Walk hard. He was ready to walk hard on that ad. But, yeah, I mean, sometimes we are not honest with ourselves, and a lot of the problems that she's upset with, she kind of brought on herself. And yeah, I said it, ladies, you may be upset, but her husband loved her and was trying to be with her, and because he wasn't financially stable at the moment, he wasn't like a bum just sitting on the couch not trying. She allowed the finances to ruin everything in their marriage because they're struggling financially right now. She allowed that to make her no longer be attracted to her husband, to turn away from him, and then get upset when it worked. What you thought was going to happen? But you thought he was just going to allow you to put him on punishment? Ladies, you got to keep in mind, you're dealing with another grown person and a man. So, yeah, you can say you ain't going to give him no coochie, but it's only going to last for so long, and then he's going to leave, going to get tired. Like, you might as well just break up if that's the route you're going, because it's not going to work out. And the person, you can't just put a person on punishment and think it's going to come back and be better. They should have talked about it, worked about it. She should have stopped working at Wendy's and maybe worked at the car company or tried to do other things. All I'm saying is you can't allow things like money, because money is not alive and not real. doesn't love you or not love you or hate you. So you can't let inanimate objects sometimes ruin real life situations. And that's what's happening. So that's definitely something that she brought upon herself. And I know this sounds corny, but this is the right answer. And I'm going to tell you, Dame Dollar, my boy, one of the J1s, been here for a minute. He say, what do you do when your partner or spouse loses interest? It's very simple. You have to communicate. You have to talk with one another. You can't start doing this because they did that. And then, I mean, what happens is escalation. Well, they ain't doing this, so I'm not going to do that. Oh, well, she not doing this, so I'm not going to do this. He not doing this or that and that, to the point where it's over. You have to communicate, say in the reasons why you feel the way you feel, or just say you feeling this way, and then maybe you'll figure out the reasons why, and maybe you can address them and move forward positively, or maybe it's reasons that can't be addressed. So let's stop playing this game. Let's realize, although we do really care about each other, this may not be the best partnership or situation, and we need to part ways because, you know, we just not going to be compatible. But you have to communicate instead of, I'm not going to do this or I'm going to do that, and then it just goes downhill. If she would have communicated saying, hey, I'm not feeling secure in our relationship because of financial reasons, and he would say, I understand your situation and your feelings. I'm trying to do this, that, and the other to address those feelings so that you feel better about the situation. Maybe it could have helped. I'm not saying that communication always work, but it's the only way you can probably get to the best, you know, outcome. You got to tell people, communicate with each other. So, you know, definitely got to communicate. What's up, Karen? Glad to see you. Hey, how you doing? So, you know, it is what it is. Stan Jackson say, if she keep acting up, then you take a girlfriend. SJ. All right. So we see in this episode that another thing that has happened is the car business rivalry is escalating. And that when in the beginning of the episode, we see Terry taking his sister to school in the morning. And next thing you know, the car blows out, the tires blow out, and he gets into an accident. Now, at first, he probably thought it was a random accident, but they later learned that those tires been tampered with, and it may look like a little bit of sabotagery going on up in here. So he's not telling Pops what's going on, and so he's thinking he can handle it on his own. He later go talk to Scarlip, who runs the Touch of Class car service, and they say, oh yeah, well, that means you got the message. So it turns out they ain't playing with him. Now, I did say they may be connected with the mob before. We did see their operation. They got a pretty big operation. It looked like they had about 6 cars or so, and they had all kind of people there. Terry lucky he didn't get hemmed up in Petey Road when he was in there at their shop, because he was by himself, and even Lala told him, you don't want to go over there without backup, without being prepared. Although he did, he was able to get out without too much of a problem. But we later see that his new employee, she ain't all too bad. She was like, look, I love you, Pops, but it's time for payback. She come put sugar in the tank. He said, man, I ain't never did no dirt with white folks, but y'all be thinking. So that was interesting, and it may show maybe he start working with her and becoming friends, because she did say she know her way around the car and may help when it's time to do the custom business. We may see that. Need a little bit of my Wakanda juice. So another thing that we saw that was really kind of messed up, damn, it was messed up, is that little Icky Mickey. He got a lot going on, man. So Coach Cop, he takes this brother and takes him to, I didn't know this was happening in Detroit in the 80s. Maybe it was exaggerated. I don't know. But they said they had so many people dying from that Rizok that they didn't even have enough room in the morgue, similar to like some locations when COVID outbreak was at its highest. And so they took B. Mickey. He's smelling all that stizank, the bodies. He's like, man, what you bringing me here for? He said, hey, man, Kato up in one of these. Kato in one of these, man. She ain't had no family. Nobody claim her. She ain't had nobody. And so he putting the guilt trip on them, laying it on thick. But then he hit him with the knockout blow. He said, she ain't had nobody. She ain't had no family. What you telling me for, man? He like, hey, man, you know, you could do something about this. Ain't that BMF is trash. You know, she ain't had nobody, but she did have this. And then he pull out the paper and show that she was actually pregnant when she died, when she was killed. And that right there just destroyed him. He threw up. Like he said, man, what kind of BMF family gonna have you kill your pregnant baby mama? You know what I'm saying? Now, he didn't know that she was pregnant at the time, but damn, he didn't want to kill her. He did have feelings for her. And now to find out what happened, you know, but she did do it on her, bring it on herself, being, you know, a double crosser. But damn, man, B. Mickey, thinking of this as a TV show and not thinking of this being tied to any reality. Oh man, I don't see him living too long, y'all. Y'all heard it here first. I don't think B. Mickey gonna survive season 2. B. Mickey either gonna commit suicide or put himself in a situation to get killed. And I saw at the end, it showed he obviously didn't want to be a part of what Coach Cop was about to make him do, which was set up Big Meech. So Coach Cop put this here to lay it on thick that you need to work with me, take Big Meech out, because not only I could bust you for some stuff, but what you doing is wrong and you need to stop. So he put it on his soul. And so B. Mickey, though, at the end, we saw had a conflict. He didn't know if he was going to set up Meech or not, because he had brought B. Mickey here to say, tell Meech you got a new supply, some medical grade stuff. I'll handle the rest. So we later see at the end he was about to do it. Luckily, but unluckily, Lamar had something to say about that. So, you know, it was definitely, you know, something that he is stuck in the middle of. He don't know what to do. He feel bad about what he doing to people. He feel bad that he had to take out Kato. He feel bad that he about to set up Big Meech. And he feel bad he working with the cops. But then he also conflicted because the cops looked out for him with his mama, you know, and he see that this BMF stuff is really not that beneficial for him. But at the same time, it's all he got. It's all he know. What is he going to do? Go start working at Walmart for $5 an hour? Like, I mean, this dude is used to making way more than that in an hour. So it's definitely a bad situation for B. Mickey. And hey, I don't see him lasting past this season. Y'all heard it here. B. Mickey Icky Mickey. Icky Mickey gonna be sticky and dirty, stinking. Cause damn, he involved in too much right now, and it just ain't looking good. Now another scene that was messed up, we saw K9. He ain't nobody to play with. He sent Meech on the mission to take out Waterhead Jones. He say, I want you to bring back Waterhead Jones alive. We later see dude like eating that snapper. And I'm talking about that snappy nappy. He was down there on bended knee, all up in between K9's woman's thighs. And so that's why K9 ain't like him and wanted him dead. So Meech looking for him, can't really find him. Come across this crack house with one of the best crackheads. There's been a lot of good crackheads on TV lately. And damn, she played a real good female crackhead. That's sad. Ready to smoke that crack and that ding ding for that next hit. You know what I'm saying? Smoke that glass ding ding and the real one. If that's what's going to get me where I need to go. I'm ready to lift off. My ticket is ready. It's time to blast off, baby. She had a little daughter there. And she talking about, I'm going to suck that stick. Give me whatever. Give me something. I'll tell you what you need to know. And Meech, he saw the little girl. He like, man, what you had to eat? And I know that's got to be messed up to be the one damn near responsible. He's not the only one, but to be somebody primarily responsible for bringing down so many people. Now, at the same time, people are responsible for using drugs themselves. I say I would put responsibility on the user, but the seller knows what they're selling and it's responsibility on them. And that's what she called him out on. And that was powerful in this scene. Some people may have missed it. A lot of people probably caught it. But when he was tripping on her, talking about you about to smoke this in front of your daughter, and she like, man, what you talking about? You addicted just as much as me. And she was right. He can't stop doing what he doing because he addicted to the life, addicted to the money, addicted to the situation. You may not be the smoker, but you more addicted than she is because she can get help. He still can't really get out of that life in a way, even to this day almost. When we see interviews and hear from him, he still likes being Big Meech and still is proud of what he did in his younger days. So, it is sometimes, who's worse, who's more addicted, the smoker or the seller. And I feel bad for the little girl, man, not even having nothing to eat. You got to sit here and watch your mama, go to the mothership 3-4 times a day. That's kind of sad, man. And it just go to show that these dudes, they were confronted with their actions and nevertheless still continue down their path. So definitely was something they showed was on their mind. But we later saw that B. Mickey came with a bag of work and a Happy Meal. So Meech like, look, at the end of the day, fork it. Here go that work. And yeah, I do have a heart, so here go a Happy Meal. He didn't bring the house and fill it full of groceries, though. He brought one meal. Sad, man. So, unfortunate. Dame Dollar, you say, was she better than Holly in Jungle Fever? Holly Berry did an excellent job as a crackhead in Jungle Fever. One of her first roles, if not her very first high-profile role. But, yeah, she did a damn good job back then, though. So, now, what do you all think about Pastor Swift and Charles. Pastor Swift came talking to Charles and telling him about, hey, your wife done told me y'all having problems in your marital bed. Wait a minute. Hold up. First of all, shout out to Snoop. That damn hairdo is something else. I know he got the dreads and they trying to do something with it, but damn, they gave him a pimp named Slickback up in this piece. My name is a pimp named Slickback. That is my name. Pimp named Slickback. Okay, Slickback. No. First name is a pimp named. Wow. So she over here telling this dude that they ain't getting their groove on. Things ain't right at home. And he come to Charlie and he say, hey, look, man, she told me things ain't going, well in the marital bed. And Charles like, hey, man, look, I ain't never hit a man of the cloth before, but you say another thing about my bed and I'll break your narrow ass. He sounded like Pops in Coming to America. Now, I know you may be the king, but you talk about my daughter again, and I'm going to break my foot off in your royal ass. When I say he got his own money, he got his own money. So he told Pastor Swift he go get a swift kick in the ass. And he said, hey, just remember, pride usually come before the fall, brother. And so, that is kind of embarrassing to a man who is not familiar with the other man, to have him come and start saying things about his wife and their intimacy in their marriage. She was wrong for that because she didn't talk to him first. She found it easier to talk to someone else, put their business in the streets, didn't know if that would make him feel more comfortable or not. Got this dude talking about what he's slanging sausage in his bed, then told him, keep them unholy books out my man, what? And he made a good point when he was talking to Lucille. How you up here talking to he a man of God on his third marriage? Don't disrespect him. Like sometimes we as people put too much faith in other people because of a job or a position. Like this dude ain't no better just because his job is pastor. He on his third marriage. How he giving marital advice? Not to say that only people in good situations can, but is he learning from his past mistakes and different things? Who knows? Lucille was looking cute. He might say, hey, why don't we do a little bit of one-on-one prayer time, Lucille? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, step up to the podium, baby girl. Let me give you a little bit of touch of this Holy Ghost. Can you dig it? Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God. That's the type of prayers I like to hear. So, I don't know, man. She should have thought about it more before she was so openly putting them business out there. And she is looking a little thirsty. You say busty. But Lucille is actually pretty. I think she a very pretty. Microphone malfunction. But, I think that she need to be more aware of what she's doing and not doing. Sometimes people don't pay attention to their actions and what they say and do. They only say what somebody else did. Well, you was loud, you was mad. Well, you cussed me out or you said a bunch of crazy stuff that made me mad. So you can't remove your part of the situation and then try to make it seem as if the next person did something. I've been trying to hit that for 3 weeks. Now let me go in there. Let me break in the back door. Something. Let's kick it in. You got on the chastity belt. What's the deal? So you ain't giving up no nookie for a month. And then when you see me playing the guitar and I'm plucking them strings, when I'm about to go on over there and give old girl a little twirl on her fan, fix her fan, you can't be mad talking about why I ain't knocking out your walls, why I ain't fixed your walls. You ain't let me get them sugar walls fixed. That's why your walls ain't painted. Them walls been sitting there looking like drywall because your walls are dry. That's the reflection of the house, is a reflection of our relationship. Lately, your walls been dry, so that's why you surrounded by dry walls. Get it? Hopefully you realize you need to throw some color, some liquid on them walls if you want to get some things done. Don't be coming to me with dry walls and complaining that you surrounded by dry walls. All I got is dry walls, so that's all you get, bitch. Right, get some sugar. Take that sugar that you about to put in the tank and throw it on them walls, girl. You know what I'm talking about. So, I don't know, man. She tripping, and I ain't saying it like he, is not making mistakes. But, ladies, if you keep the man happy, that's how you can control him, because he ain't gonna want to mess up the good thing. That's how you get him to listen. You can't cut that water off. You can't cut that water off on them walls and then think you about to still be arguing and mad and trying to get your way. That ain't gonna work. What leverage do you have? You didn't cut off your leverage. Well, what I'm listening to you for? You know what I'm saying? B, you crazy. So, you know what I'm saying? We'll see. But when Charles went there to go fix old girl fan, he tried to resist. But then she said, Charles, you get on down here. I know you can move. And that's the thing. I'm going to tell y'all something right quick, ladies. It's not that a man always is with another woman or cheating because the woman got this or that. It's because the woman make the man feel wanted again and likes him. Once you've been around your man for a while, you don't be trying to pursue. Just like Charles said, why I gotta be the one always over you? Why don't you come at me sometimes? That put a smile on his face when she was coming for him. Come on down here, Charlie. Let me see you go ahead and shake that third leg, baby. Come on. He's like, all right. Ain't nobody wanted to dance with me in a while. Let's go. I've been trying to do the little horizontal mambo with my lady for about a month, and it ain't happened. Let's see what you got. So, I agree. Eric Iverson, Charles about to have a side baby. He about to have a whole side family. And then she really gonna be mad because he's spending time with them, taking better care of them. They got this, they got that. Well, you know what? She letting them sugar walls flow. That's why they got this and got that. She playing his tune. So you have to, and this go both ways. You have to make each other feel wanted and appreciated in a relationship. A lot of times this guys gonna want to jump all over you. So I guess maybe, I don't know, every woman may not feel wanted or appreciated because somebody want to jump all over her. But hey, both people gotta try. So I don't know. But I think that it is writing on the wall. And that writing is not drywall paint. Charlie is out of here. So we'll see. Now another thing, I'm trying to see if I got it loaded up yet. We did see it ain't on here yet. Donnell Rollins, and when he was at the funeral home, be like, man, they say you look good, but your ass look dead. But I'm gonna make it look good for the family so they can say, oh baby. But why did Lamar wake up out the damn body bag? They silly, man. They did that on purpose for, shock value, comedic effect, and it worked. It was funny. This dude come out of there in his drawers and stole a dead man gaiters. He said he ain't walking nowhere soon. He ain't got nowhere to go. He already caught the last bus. He gonna be taken. I need them gators. Time to step in the name of love. Step in the name of revenge is more like it, because Lamar put them shoes on and he went straight to looking for revenge. Now, he did go check out his baby girl, looking like a ghost. Then, now, is that Cash Doll? Y'all let me know. I didn't look it up. I could look it up and find out. But she don't look like Cash Doll to me. She look a little different. Y'all know more than me as far as was Cash Doll losing weight or doing something different. I don't know. But she look a little different to me. But I think that she realized he was alive when he put that candy there, because when the daughter told her that he was alive, she thought she was tweaking. But when that candy was there, oh, his own, she was for real. So Dame Dollar is right. You do need to learn your partner's love language, communicate, see, and ask what each other likes and appreciates. Okay, Ambi, that's Cash Doll. She recently had a baby. Okay, thank you, Ambi Bambi, sis. Appreciate it for the info. So she just had a baby. I know she looked different, but she didn't look so different that I was like, oh, that's a different person for sure. But it was different enough where I was like, something is different. So she just had a baby. Okay. All right. Stop. Wait a minute. Stop shouting. I'm napping. Said, I'm surprised Meech got a baby by her now. Are you talking about in real life? Is that true? Does Meech have a baby with Cash Doll in real life? If that's so, then I'm slipping. Y'all let me know. Mr. Thorne, what's up, brother? One of the OGs of the channel. One of my first supporters. Appreciate you. But I didn't know that she had a baby with Meech, so let me know. Okay, you say, oh, the new daughter in the show. Okay, all right. I was just saying, y'all said she had a new baby. Then he said by Meech. I'm like, wait a minute, what? I got you now. Yeah, I saw on the show. So yeah, that's Meech baby with Sarai. Right. So right. So how much time has passed then? Because that baby, he was talking about how big she was getting. She looked like she was at least 1 or 2. That's a great point, because in season 1, he only had the one child with Soraya. So yeah, he got that now. I guess that second kid is supposed to be him then, isn't it? Is that boy supposed to be Little Meech? The second baby? That would be kind of tripped out, huh? You are in a show playing your dad as the father of you. And you hugging a baby that's supposed to be you when you was that. That's crazy. For some reason my mic just messed up. Okay. So hey, thanks, Mr. Thorne. Appreciate it. The song say think so. Eric Iverson, that's the same baby for the first season. All right, y'all let me know what you think in the comments. Is that second baby the same baby from the first season or a new baby? If you think it's same baby, put SB for same baby and put a 1. If you think that's a new baby, put SB and a 2. So maybe that is the same baby, because it wasn't 2. That girl said Uncle Meech, but that was the baby with Cash Doll. because she wouldn't be babysitting Soraya daughter. Okay, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that aspect of it. So I'd be interested to see what y'all say. One thing they did talk about in this show at the beginning is how the riots and things in the 70s affected the city, burned down so much of the city, and a lot of that was still holding over, and they was burning down different parts of the city. They call themselves burning down crack house or something, they thought, and it turned out to be a man in there. And we see Gin and Juice go run in there and save the day, pull this man out and save his life. We later learned that she got a lot of trauma that she dealing with. She was in Vietnam or whatever the case may be, and her family went through a lot, and she was saved, and she feels like brave men, black men and soldiers are credited with her life and her family's life being saved. And so we later saw she was thanking the man, and then she got a lot of other trauma going on because she started barbecuing her arm with the damn cigarette lighter afterwards. So, I mean, she got a lot going on. She's not afraid to risk her life to save another. It is not like she knew he was a vet when she ran in there. She's not afraid to break a rule or somebody's head with a car. So I don't know. She's interesting, but when they showed her barbecuing her arm with the lighter, that made me think a little bit about her for a second. Like, okay, what's really going on? She got some stuff she need to deal with. I'm wondering how that's gonna turn out. So we'll see. Shout out to Eric Iverson, my first super chat of the night. Definitely appreciate you for coming through and breaking bread. Eric say, what mental condition is that again that Detective Jen has where you hurt yourself? It is a mental condition, and you can see people cut themselves, burn themselves, do different things of self-harm. And I don't remember the name offhand. If anybody does know what the technical name is, go ahead, feel free, put it in the comments. But that type of self-harm, it is something where people feel, from what I have seen and heard about it, I have read and seen something about it a little bit. Not that I'm even close to an expert, but from what I've seen and heard, people may feel guilty or have regrets about stuff or survivor's remorse. And when they do that, they feel as if they are paying for getting away or surviving, or if they did do something wrong and nobody saw or knew, they knew, and they punished themselves so they wouldn't feel so guilty and things like that. There's a lot with that. Like I say, never really looked too deep into it, but she definitely has that going on, and I'm wondering how that's going to play out in the future, because they showed it. So it's gonna pop up. Coach Cop gonna eventually find out, probably say something about it. She probably say, you want one of these on your head? I did. So I don't know. Let's see what some of these results from the poll. We got SB1, SB2, SB1, SB2. It's about 50-50. All right. So we'll see. Shout out to Eric Iverson. You say, I wonder how weird it will be for Meech once he meets his mom character on the show and has to make love with her. LOL. Ew. That's funny. And weird as well. I feel you. The only thing is that it's not actually his mom, thankfully, and he's not actually his dad. But when you're acting like that, you're putting yourself in that mental space, and it's weird. You know, it's not too many roles a person will ever have where they'll be playing that close to themselves in real life situations, you know. So that's definitely interesting, funny, and you know, hey, I will say that Meech has been doing a good job acting this season. I think he's done a good job acting, and I think he has potential to really do a lot in this business. Now, we saw that they finally caught up with, you know, Hetty Murphy. I call him Hetty Murphy because he was up in between K9's woman's legs, giving that Hetty Murphy, baby. And so they caught up with Hetty Murphy, and they burned his car, which got his attention. So Meech, they go in trying to shoot him. It turned into a shootout, and it was pretty much almost hard or near impossible to get him out alive because the dude is shooting at you, trying to fight for his life. Meech talking about, man, we want you. We don't want to kill you. Just give up. Okay, you got me. I quit. Like, that ain't gonna work. If I was him, I wouldn't have believed that either. You got dude burn up your car. You got somebody at the front and the back shooting at you, coming for. I mean, you know, it was a bad situation. I don't know how they was gonna get this dude alive. They should have waited till after he smashed and fell asleep or something. But they ain't do that. They try to go in guns blazing. It didn't work. Big Mickey popped his muffin top back blue. You know what I'm saying? Dude head looked like a straight Pez dispenser. Straight up. And that was good special effects because he already had a bowl. That dude had the Super Bowl shuffle right here, boy. Damn, look at that. That's the bowl in blue. Hey, the boys in blue. That's the bowl in blue over here. This dude, wow. He been bowling, man, professional for years. So Mickey didn't put a hole in the bowl, and pretty much it was a wrap for this man. And, you know, Meech, whole reason he doing this is because K9 then sent him out to do the dirty work. Because K9 know he can't go out killing him over no coochie. That's obvious, at least. It make him look weak. So what he ended up doing is sending Meech, but he wanted him to bring him alive so he could question him, look in his eyes, kill him himself type thing. And when they brought him back dead, now Meech come to K9 because it's a drought. The beginning of the episode, they talking about how the city is flooded, it's a drought, and that ain't good for nobody. The fiends, the dealers, everybody hurt. Fiends, all that is just a ripple effect. So he hurt, he trying to get this water cut back on. K9 like, look, I make more money holding it up because I get to raise the price. So Meech hit him with the loyalty. He ain't like that, throwing my words back in my face. He tell him to go after Waterhead Jones. He go after Waterhead Jones, thinking that, okay, now you going to put this pipe, you going to put the water back on. He said you was supposed to bring him back alive. I ain't doing nothing. Which, damn, that was messed up because now Meech done killed this dude for nothing. And it looked like K9 was mad at him as if like he might kill him. So, you know, and then the craziest part of all of that that was gangster is K9 woman fine ass. She said, man, she was about to pop Meech. And she like, once he said we here for K9, she like, I'm still gonna do what I do. He like, I don't care who you smash, but she's still gonna that's so dangerous. I would never want to be with a woman. For women, please, women, if you got a lot of that type of deadly baggage or a crazy man, don't start messing with nobody else yet, because you gonna end up getting them killed. And she's still about to smash. She gonna hook up with somebody else who is gonna be the next death victim. And damn, man, you don't want to die over no poontang. Detective Brian said, shout out to Eric Iverson. You say Detective Brian tried to send Meech to jail on his deathbed, which I'm about to get to. That was grimy. And what's so messed up is Detective Bryant is really so hard on for Meech, because he know that he used to work with him and you guilty. And now you trying to rectify your guilty conscience by trying to go after him and bust him. And that way you can sleep better at night, because you stop. Like, come on, man. You know that you was just as bad and doing some stuff, and now you coming at him as if he's the one that helped ruin. You had played your part, and if Meech ever did go down, he could turn your ass in, and what? You may have won the battle and taken Meech down, but you could lose the war, because if he turned your ass in, you'd be sitting in the cell right next to him. So, but Meech, he ain't no snitch. Shorty right here, damn, boy, she's a little bad little baby, but ain't nobody worth dying for, so she ain't pulled the trigger. Meech say, I don't care who you smash, we was just doing this, we out. And she was like, bounce. So dude didn't get to finish giving her the tongue lashing that she wanted. But hey, it is what it is. It's slippery when wet. And dude definitely fell for the okey doke, slipped up, and caught one to the head. Straight up. So now let's get to Meech and how he got shot. So we saw Lamar is back on the prowl, looking like the Billy Goat Gruff, standing over there on the bridge. B. Mickey about to set Meech up, but he having a bunch of second thoughts. And Meech is up here telling him, you my right-hand man, this and that, family. He always say these things, which subconsciously is messing with his head, because he always reiterating these things. But you got a helmet head, Coach Cop over here, headquarters, all that got dogged head. He got headquarters, keep on trying to push the envelope and have him snitch, or you gonna die or go to jail for life. So he like, man, and now you got me turning on the only family I know. He in a bad situation. He can't even focus right. And if he actually told Meech about Coach Cop, I believe, shout out to Lisa Phillips, B. Mickey can help Meech set him up. I believe if he told him, at least at first, starting to get a little messy now. Starting to get a little hard to tell him everything now. By the way, I did tell him this, but I shot them. I did tell him this, but it wasn't you. It was these dudes. It was Round Mound, the Rebound, and Pookie Jr. that jumped out the window. So it wasn't you. Can we work together now? I mean, it's starting to get a little messy. But if he would have told him the very first time, Coach Cop coming, we're going to have to hit him with a technical foul, get him out the game, whatever, I think they could have worked something out. But now he almost on his own. If he do tell him, he can't tell him everything, which then if it comes back up, it ain't going to look good for him. So, but we see he was sitting there hesitating. Coach Cop and Gin and Juice is obvious as hell across the street. I'm thinking, how in the hell they didn't see them in the box Chevy sitting here, like looking like a billboard for, crime deterrent. And he's sitting here and they ready to do the deal so they can bust Meech. He think he gonna meet up with some medical grade supplier so they can get some new dope, since K9 ain't fronting him what he need, and it's a drought. So he excited to go do this, be Mickey, everybody get in the car. But Mick, he's sitting there hesitating, and during that hesitation, it almost looked like, if they look back at it, he could have set him up. We know he didn't set him up. He get out and go make a quick call. They like, man, what is he doing? Trying to get some boontang? And then next thing you know, we see Lamar roll up. And Lamar roll up, ain't waste no time, ain't no conversation. All that is literally out the window, along with these slugs. And I don't know where Lamar got this Jeep, but he came through rolling up in the Jeep, looking like MC Breed and the DFC, straight out of Flint. He roll up, ain't no future in your fronting. Roll up in the Jeep. Meech boy looked like a deer in the headlights. Had that yellow on, old yellow. You should have had that caution, because next thing you know, he rolled up on him and started dumping. Look at that face. That's a face of meaning business. And it wasn't no more talking, ain't no more nothing. And he just straight unloaded on Meech. At first, I thought he missed, because the way Meech kind of moved over and everything, I thought Meech wasn't even hit, which I was about to say, how in the hell this dude damn near missed at point blank range? So he didn't miss. He caught Meech. We don't know exactly where just yet, but it looked like it might have been in the shoulder. And Meech was really struggling, fighting for his life. I mean, you can't really pinpoint where it is. If it was in the neck, he probably wouldn't have made it. It looks like somewhere in the shoulder area. And Gin and Juice and headquarters roll up. She unloads, start dumping on the Jeep. I don't know why she ain't get on the radio and call for backup or say where it was or follow or any of that. But luckily for me, she didn't, because Coach Cop talking about, let me see your hands, with this dude dying from a bullet, talking about hands, like they about to try to shoot you. Then talking about get on the floor. Why do police do that? They have somebody shot, but I'm going to tell you something. Police love to talk about their fear for their life. They scared. They are scared all the time. Police, they are terrified of their job, it seems, which I think, if that's how you feel, this might not be the job for you. You can't go to work terrified at any moment. But I don't think that's the situation with Coach Cop. I think he wanted Meech to die. He probably figured this will solve everything. Let him bleed out. Easy peasy, Japanese. But Gin and Juice wasn't about to let that happen. And they gave him a police escort to the hospital. They put them in the back of his car, and they drove him to the hospital. And, of course, we know he gonna survive, because we know how a lot of this turned out. But it is messed up that Coach Cop, he got a real hard on for Meech. Even she called it out and said, what's with the hard on for Meech? He tried to say that, he destroying the community line. That ain't really what it is. He feel bad at his involvement and what he did and all that. And we all know that. So luckily, Meech was able to get back to a hospital, but we didn't see that part because, of course, the episode ended with Meech fighting for his life in the backseat of the Benzo. I like the episode. Very good episode. Yeah, they have a couple small things so far that I can say, like Lamar. and how he's escaped and got superhuman strength, choking out. He was bleeding. Now he ain't bleeding no more. I mean, there's a lot going on. We don't know. They got Lamar really looking like the boogeyman now and doing things and getting around things and don't nobody know what's up and this and that. So I don't know. I guess they got to have some kind of mystical bad guy figure type thing. And that's Lamar. But other than a little few things with Lamar, I love the show so far this season. I like how they doing everything. It was sad to see Lala caught a damn knuckle sandwich from Boone. And I think that's really going to make Terry want to make her his. He already got the kiss. He kissed the hell out of her in that scene, too. I see that's probably the kiss that got him them drizzles. That was the kiss that got them drizzles wet, baby. But yeah, man, he's really there trying to make it work. He liking her, and he ready to wife her, cake her, whatever it takes. He even said, "I'd be adoring you," and all of this stuff. So it looked like his baby mama is already done. She don't even know. The writing is on the drywall. The writing is on that drywall, baby. It's over. So we'll see. Eric Iverson say Lamar got 9 lives. I know the black cat survives. He a black cat for real. Shoot. So T. Kemp say that Meech got shot in the neck just like in real life. So okay, where I saw the way they showed in there, it looked like it was the shoulder, but close to the neck, like collarbone area or something. So, and it did show that bullet hit that thick rope chain, which probably saved his life, because if it didn't get ricocheted or hit that rope, it probably would have went straight through and got him. So sometimes the damnedest things, will save your life. So I think that's why they showed that rope on the floor, because they're going to probably say that the bullet hitting that rope saved his life. Everybody go get you a big rope chain. All right, I'm about to go ahead and break down my rating for this episode and give it the Moorescore, and then we gonna keep it moving. So here go the Moorescore. All right, the Moorescore is my rating system I made for movies and TV shows. 4 simple categories, 25 points each, give you a total of 100. And the first category is visuals and cinematography. Great visuals, great camera work. I like how they showed them by the car and then it went all the way over and came around to the other side of them in the beginning. A couple different angles they use with Meech, different things. They make the show look like it's actual 80s footage. So I think they did a great job this episode with some of the camera work, cinematography. I'm going to give it a 22. I mean, of course, this show wouldn't compare to like an Avatar, but, it was good for this type of genre. Storyline and plot, another good storyline and plot for this episode. I like how they're telling the story. We get to see how Meech and Terry got to be where they are through the daily grind, K9, and all the other things going on. So I'm going to give it a 20 for that. Special effects, makeup, costumes, they all have good special effect. Well, not special effect, good costumes, and makeup. It's not a big special effects driven show other than when we saw maybe Meech get shot, which wasn't a big special effect feature. But the costumes, the clothes, all of that is perfect, spot on. I will give, and the set design and all of that. So I will give it a 20. And last but not least, entertaining, fun factor. This was a very entertaining episode. I enjoyed it. I was sitting there looking at every moment. So I liked it. It wasn't the greatest episode I've ever seen, but it was very good. And I'm going to give it a 20 also, which brings it to 82 on the Moorescore. If I wanted, I could give the entertainment fun factor for this episode a 22, which would bring it to roughly a 84. We could round it out to an 85, which would give it roughly a 8.5 out of 10 for the rating. I always give a 0.5 margin. So if you think that it was a 9, I can see your argument for that. And if you think it was a 8, I can see, your argument for that. So overall, I think it's a very solid episode. I enjoyed it. It's very good, better than average. And just for people to know, the rating scale, you got 70 to 80 would be a C, 80 to 90 would be a B, and 90s to 100 would be a A. So they a solid B plus right now, which is on a roll, and I'm here for it. So you let me know what you think. What's your Moorescore? Let me know in the comments. And what are you looking forward to in the rest of the season? What do you think is going to happen? And what would you like to see happen? Let me know in the comments. Before I get out of here, let me know if there's anything else that you saw and want me to address in this episode. Eric Iverson said Nicole need a whooping for skipping school and lying to her mom. Hey, she doing a good job. Mama believe me. She got in that accident. She say, I'm playing hurt, so I don't got to go to school. Hey, that's some kid stuff right there, ain't it? Hey, that's how you learn how to pull one over. Oh, mama. So she definitely was trying not to go to school, trying to be slick, and it looked like it was working. Shout out to TikTok. Love me, dear Mark. You say, Jay, you're going to be in the next season of Power Book Force. Yes, I am. I am in the next season. Can't say too much, but that it's going to be good. I can't wait for people to see what happens because Rojas has a lot to say. So, Samara, you say it was a 9. I got you. It was good. I don't blame you for it. It's not much to talk about it being negative. And you all know if it's certain things that don't add up or is corny or whatever, I still point it out. I try to be non-biased. There's not too much of that in this show. This is a very good show, very well written. And I don't really have a lot of things to say as far as where they messed up or went wrong. So, I just think the show is very good. And, I'm here for it. So we'll see how it go. Okay. Samara say she biased because she from the D. I feel you. What up, though? So, yeah. It's always special to see your home on TV. Especially when they don't put your place on TV often. I'm from Chicago, and yeah, they put Chicago on TV a lot more now than they used to. Chicago kind of always been on TV, but not like a New York or California type location. But I always, to this day, like seeing places in my city on TV, so I get it. I think we all like to see that. Try to stay hydrated. Everybody, try to take care of yourself. Got to treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself out here in life. So, stop shouting. I'm napping said Lamar is ferocious and K9 is a devil. He will trample Lamar. I don't know. K9 is on another level than Lamar mentally. We see how he run his business and what he doing. Lamar ain't doing that. Now, as far as savagery, they both is a mother. So it will be interesting to see if they collide, who will come out on top. K9 seems maybe bigger and stronger than him, but that don't always mean anything, and it ain't like they gonna fight in the ring or something. So I'm wondering how it's gonna play out. Definitely, I think that Lamar is gonna accidentally get on K9's radar. He may have just got on K9 radar for shooting Meech. K9 may want to say, hey, all right, that's my little money earner, and you just took a shot at one of my people, so I got to take a shot at you. So who knows? That might be what puts him on the map and starts their conflict. So I'm definitely interested to see how that's going to all play out. I appreciate everybody for coming through for this first reaction for BMF. I had a lot of stuff going on lately these last few weeks. I'll appreciate everybody to support, and shout out to everybody in the channel membership and in Discord. And I got a few things almost complete that I've been trying to get done. I tried to get it done before the beginning of the year, but it's almost done, and I got a few new things I'm gonna be doing and I'm excited about. So hopefully within the next month, you guys will see a few things different that you all, will like. And I'm trying to, produce a few things with the show. So I appreciate all the help, all the support for the years. This is my 6th year on YouTube now. Never thought I'd be doing this for 6 years. So shout out to everybody, help support and help me grow. And, appreciate all of that support and love. Everybody, y'all have a good night. Thanks for coming through at, this first reaction. Y'all let me know as well in the comments, what do you think about this show coming out on Friday nights? At first, I kind of didn't like it, but me, because of my job and reviews, I like it a little bit more now because Sunday is packed full of shows to watch. So it does help to break it up for me. What about you guys? Do you guys like all the shows on one day, Sunday, or do you like it a little bit Friday, Sunday, Monday, whatever? Let me know. And also in the comments, what did you like most about this episode? Let me know as well. I appreciate all y'all for the love, support, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Deuces.